Are you trying to buy a car in 2025? Well, I am. And I figured it would be fun for me to share with you some of the crazy ass numbers that I've been seeing so far. Welcome to the Cost of Ownership, where I talk about cars, how much they cost to own, so that way if you're trying to buy a car, you can make a more informed decision. Getting right into it, I'm trying to buy a GR Supra. I rented one last year, drove it for a few days, and I fell in love with it. And I decided that come this year, it would be my next car. So I started making calls, started doing my rounds, and I got some numbers sent to me. And I won't put any names out there of the dealership because, I don't want to put anybody on blast, but I will read to you some of the figures that I've been getting. Here's one. This one is for a 3.0. I'm personally looking for a white 3.0 premium manual, but they only had a 3.0. And, personally, I'd be willing to consider the 3.0 if I can just get it for a good price. So here's the figures. MSRP $61,972. On here though, an appearance protection for 3 years for $749. A dent protection for 3 years, $749 again. Window tint and screen protector, $599. So first of all, $600 tints is crazy, but you know what? It's on the car, fine. I'm thinking that this appearance protection and dent protection is more of an intangible. So let's say you get dents on the car, you can go back to the dealer and have them take care of it. Or I'm not sure what the appearance protection would entail. What in the appearance is it protecting? But okay, I personally think that those things are useless, and I wouldn't want that to be tacked onto the car in terms of a cost. But oh well. Moving on. Market adjustment, $5,000. Here's my thoughts on market adjustments. I think they're stupid. I think they're dumb. At the end of the day, it's not adding any value to the car. And you know what? A lot of what I've been hearing, the verbiage I've been hearing from these dealers is, oh, well, it's a particular car. It's, a specialty car. So blah, blah, blah. It has to have markups. No, it does not. The car is the same car. Just because there's more popularity happening for the car doesn't mean that you can just artificially inflate the price. The manufacturer has the set price that the car should cost. Just sell it for that price. And then anybody who's in line to get the car will just wait. But why are we trying to take advantage of the situation and inflate the price even more? Because it's not like it adds extra value to the vehicle, where let's say, for example, they've beefed up the turbocharger to put out more horsepower, or they added a bunch of carbon fiber or stiffened the suspension to make it handle better. No, none of that has been added to the car. So essentially you're just throwing on because we said so fee. I personally think that shit should never be added to a vehicle. The car is already a $60,000+ car. Unless it's something that you're putting on the car that adds value, there's no point to be having just a random markup added for no reason. But anyway, moving on. That's just how I feel on it. And you have your dealer fee of $899 here. With taxes and everything added, the car comes up to $69,968. And this is a 3.0. Moving on to the next one. This one here was interesting. Market selling price, and this is a 3.0 premium. Market selling price, $62,508. Pro Pack, $2,999. So $3,000 for a Pro Pack. What the hell is a Pro Pack? There isn't even a breakdown of what that entails here. So it's nothing. It's $3,000 for nothing. Market adjustment, $6,999. You thought that $3,000 was bad? No. $7,000 markup. So we're already 10 grand over MSRP. 10 grand over MSRP. Total purchase price, $72,506. Taxable fees, $440.50. Dog fee, $1,199. Tax, $4,498.73. Non-tax fees, $422, and brings up the total balance to $79,066.23. The taxes you have to pay no matter what. So if you take out the taxes of Let me see, 400. So it was 79,066 minus 4,498 because taxes have to be paid. You're looking at $74,568 for the car. It had a $12,000 jump. If we just ignore the dealer fees, that markup is ridiculous. So, because most of the time you're gonna have to pay the dealer fees no matter what. But yeah, $10,000 markup is crazy. It's safe to say that I respectfully declined. I told them no. But yeah, that has been my experience so far. Actually, I had one more experience. This one was one of the ones that stood out to me because it pissed me off. I called the dealership. They had the car listed for MSRP. It was a 3.0 premium, exactly the way I wanted, manual, white, all that good stuff. And I told them, hey, I'm willing to go ahead and get this car right now if I can get it for no markups, just with this price. I don't want markups though. And they said, yeah, they're not really doing markups right now. Just come down and speak to the sales guys, the sales manager, sorry. And yeah, we'll work out the deal. So I said, cool. I went down there, spoke to a guy. He said, okay, I'll go ahead and get my manager to give me all the final numbers. And what do you know? Markups. It was a $6,800 markup. It was almost $7,000 in markups. And I said, bro, I specifically said I didn't want markups. Why would you bring me down here if you were just gonna put on markups anyway? And the reason why it pissed me off was because I felt like they were somehow expecting me to, I don't know, fall in love with the number as soon as I actually got there. But yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's gonna love the markup when we show it to him in person. No, that did not happen. And so I got up, I said, okay, thank you, goodbye, shook his hand and proceeded to leave. And then that's when he hit me with the, wait, let me talk to my manager. Okay, fine, let's hear what he has to say. Manager said, you know what, since you came all the way down here, you seem like a really stand-up guy. I'll help you out. $5,000 markup. Bye. Goodbye. So yeah, that's how that went. And those are some of the places that I've actually gotten numbers from. I don't have the total cost breakdown on here with me because I went in person. They didn't actually send it to me. But a lot of the times when I'm speaking to someone over the phone, they won't even get to the point of giving me numbers. As soon as they hear me say no markup, I don't want markups, it's like as if I've disrespected their mother and their entire bloodline, because bro, they get so pissed off on the phone, like, oh, what do you mean no markups? It's a specialty car, it's a blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, bro, okay, there's no need to be rude, there's no need to be disrespectful. I just don't want markups. If you don't want to give me the car for MSRP, fine, we can just end the conversation here. But they always got to give me their 2 cents as to why I should be willing to pay markups. I'm not trying to hear it. But yeah, so hopefully for the next time that I do an update, I'll have better news. And anyone who actually is looking for a GR Supra in 2025, let me know what your experience has been, what kind of numbers you've been seeing, and if you were able to actually buy a GR Supra this year, how much were you able to pay MSRP, or did you have to pay markups? I mean, if you're willing to divulge that info. Like I said, hopefully the next video I have for you in this journey will be more positive, but we'll see. So like, subscribe, and click the bell notification so you can stay up to date, and I'll see you in the next one.